Hello and welcome. You're watching Barcelona Metropolitan and we are thrilled to be back here in Tablao de Carmen, the beautiful Tablao in Poble Español. And I'm here today with Sunchi, who is the founder of Tablao de Carmen. How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent, excellent. We're thrilled to be here again.
Very happy to be here with you.
Yeah. So, first of all, could you explain to us about when you founded the Tablao?
It was just for the Olympic Games. They wanted to do up the whole of the Pueblo Español, and they wanted to have a place for flamenco. And then somebody who is a friend of mine and was somehow involved with the people who are organizing the whole thing came to me and asked me if I wanted to do something of flamenco, which was a strange idea. But the fact was that I married the widow of Carmen Amaya, and Carmen Amaya has been the greatest flamenco dancer. Mm-hmm. And it happened that in the inauguration of El Pueblo Español in 1929, she was dancing here exactly at this place, in El Patio Cordobés, which is up there. This was an empty courtyard, and they used to dance up there in the Patio Cordobés. Mm-hmm. But this was nothing in here. They wanted to make a sort of tablao. So they thought I was the right person to do it, and I found it was a good idea, so we did it.
Yes, in fact, last time we were here, we spoke to Mimo in the
courtyard.
In the courtyard, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Where she used to dance.
And yeah, so what's the significance of the patio?
Because you see this picture over there. This is taken in 1929. And she's dancing there. She's dancing up there. Yeah. She danced in front of the king, of the grandfather of the great grandfather of the actual king, and she danced for him up there when it was inaugurated. Yeah.
And you said it was a strange idea for you to start a tablao here in Poble Español. Why would it be strange?
Strange for me.
Oh, for you, okay.
I mean, I'm not at all. I wasn't concerned with flamenco. It's something that I have always liked, and I have been always seeing flamenco and in contact with them. But I mean, it's nothing to do. I'm not a professional. I wasn't really. It was, for me, was something natural, because Barcelona was a town with fantastic flamenco always. When I was a child, always there was good places to go, and there was a tradition of good flamenco in Barcelona because of the gypsies. Because flamenco is something that has to be performed by gypsies. That's my idea. And there were many in Barcelona, so it was a good town for that. Yeah.
And were you influenced by some of the other tablaos that were already here in order to start Tablao de Carmen?
Well, I knew the other tablaos, but I wasn't particularly interested. I used to go there when there were people interesting to see, people that were coming from abroad. And I mean, I have been always following the flamenco world. Because I like it very much.
And this space here that we're in, which is in fact on the stage where they perform?
No, this place was an absolutely empty space.
Okay.
There's nothing. Yeah. In actual fact, the wall there was, just there were little shops for souvenirs and things, and they were facing the street. And this was an completely empty space, and open. Mm-hmm. But when I took over, I thought it was just a place is now, because flamenco has to be simple and has to be rather sort of. First of all, this place has two levels. The colors are the colors of. I also like bullfighting very much, and this is the color of the arena, and this is the color of the manga that always when you see a ring, a bullfight ring, those are the colors. So immediately it brings you to a sort of atmosphere from the south mainly, and also here, because we used to have here one of the best plazas de toros in Spain, La Monumental. Now people, they don't like bullfighting anymore, and for me it's a pity because I love it. You know, there we are. But I keep this image because to me it's very Spanish. The color of the arena and the color of the el ruedo, you know, and has to be very simple. You better see wine. This is Tio Pepe.
There is. We can see wine. Yep, plenty of wine.
And that's all. And carnations because it's a Spanish flower.
And the carnation, the clavel, that is linked to flamenco.
It's linked to flamenco,
It is,
and it's
it is.
linked to Andalusia, and it's linked to. It's typical of Spain.
It's part of
Carnation.
the tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it is for me.
mhm.
I feel it that way.
And in terms of the tradition, do you think flamenco has changed much since you started then? No?
No, flamenco cannot change. You know, cannot change because it's like mathematics practically. I mean, it's precise. It's a different what we call palos. They follow a rhythm, un compass, which is always the same. Therefore, it cannot change a lot. It's very precise.
Yeah. And so, take me back to those first days then when you first opened it. What was it like in it? How many sort of people would you have
Dancing?
and
when
watching?
we opened, it was exactly the same as it is now. Exactly the same. It hasn't changed at all.
Not one bit.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
We only changed things around. The office over there wasn't here. We took it after. It was up there. But I mean, as far as the place is concerned, it's exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't changed anything.
Yeah. But has flamenco in Barcelona changed? Are there
There are more tablaos.
more tablaos?
They have opened many more tablaos because tourists, they like to see flamenco. They associate that to Spain or whatever, and so many people have opened up places. So at the time when I opened that, there were more or less half of them, or even less. There used to be little number of places, you see, and now it's more fashionable for tourists, or more tourists. I don't know. Maybe there are more tourists that want to see flamenco.
Yeah. Well, there's certainly more tourists in Barcelona.
I think that's a reason.
Yeah. And so, other than the dancing and the music, food is also is an important part of the tablao as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Food is an important part of the tablao. Now, Mimo is taking care of that.
Okay.
When I opened that, it was very special because when I opened that, I wanted to have a very traditional and short offer, you know. So we did, and at that moment, the kitchen was the person who was cooking was somebody who had been working, and a man who had been working at my place for a very long time. So he was a very good cook, and he came here, and it was a short offer, but very, very Spanish and very, very good. But with time it has been changing because then so many foreigners and people that might not like this such a peculiar Spanish food, you know, they do something a little bit more international. More,
what's peculiar Spanish food? What would you say?
Well, we used to do something that now they don't remember. We used to always potaje.
I don't know.
It's difficult to translate. Maybe Mimo could tell you what translation for potaje. ¿Cómo se dice potaje en inglés? No tengo ni idea. It's a sort of.
It's like a soup.
Yeah,
It's like a soup.
Like a stew.
Yeah, like a
stew. Okay.
Sí, like a sort of stew, but no es un estofado, un potaje. Es muy peculiar un potaje. O es potaje de alubias, o es potaje de garbanzos, o es potaje de lentejas.
Yeah. It's like
I'm afraid there's no translation for potaje. But it is very typical.
Yeah.
And I mean, the main idea was to do it very, very Spanish, you see. Now, it keeps changing. It all depends on what people are asking for, I suppose. I don't know. I no longer take care of this.
Yeah.
It's Mimo who does.
Yeah.
Or Josito, he can tell you afterwards.
And I've also heard as well, though, food and drink as well is a big part of it, and Fino is linked to flamenco.
Fino was terribly important at the beginning. We used to have cup of tio Pepe. When people that would go and sit down, they always have a Fino. But we realized that really they didn't drink it because it's a very Spanish thing, and foreigners, they don't like it so much. So we gave up because when I opened that, I did it because people from González Villas, they helped me a lot. In actual fact, it's called Bar Tio Pepe, and all this is Tio Pepe. We had an arrangement because my husband, his cousin was married to one of the González Villas, and they were very, very good friends of ours in Jerez. So they helped, and that the bar is called Tio Pepe, and up there is also Tio Pepe, and you will see the bottle of Tio Pepe, because we were so very good friends, and then they were working with us. So, but then finally we realized that with foreigners they didn't drink Jerez. No, it's something that has lost popularity.
And Tio Pepe is one of the main sort of brands of Fino.
That González Villas does. Jerez.
Okay. I'll have to try some after this interview.
You can have a glass. I even wonder if they, I suppose they have, but we have to ask. It was the main thing, and you drink it in special glasses.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a cold one, very dry, and we like it very much, but you like it?
Yeah.
So do I.
Jaume likes it.
Very good.
Jaume, our producer, likes it very much.
But it's out of fashion nowadays.
I don't understand people don't drink.
I don't understand. But honestly, I've been fighting for that, and at the end, the people who are working here, they say, well, it's worthless because nobody drinks it. So they gave up. It was offered. I mean, you sit down there and you had your glass of Tio Pepe. Nice.
Next to your clavel.
Exactly. You cannot drink the clavel.
You can't. You certainly can't. Okay, and one last thing. So, of the things which surround flamenco, there's the food we talked about, the wine, the music, of course, and the dancing, but then also the clothes and the dresses.
And the dressing, that's a real problem.
Okay, why is that?
Because I cannot interfere in that, because this is not a theatre company. It's not so. The three people that come, they're not always the same. So one day you might have 3 people dancing for here, and the next day they're different. So you cannot really be very, very severe. It's not a theatre company, so it's free when they come. It's the same. I mean, it changes every day.
Right.
So it's very difficult to really interfere.
Because people, they come with their own.
Yes, they have
dancers
exactly.
Wear their own.
They all have their own dresses, and because there are different sizes and different tastes and different measurements and everything. So you cannot. We don't have I mean, and people, they keep changing. Maybe you come 5 days and they're all different. So, or maybe they're the same. But it's difficult to get to a point in that, and that's sometimes something that I dislike intensely sometimes, because there are people that I like how they dress and people that I really hate. When I can interfere and say something, I do, but I mean, it's complicated because I'm very keen in the colors and things, and sometimes they arrive here.
So that has some people's dresses have changed with the times.
Exactly.
Keeping
very
with
much so.
Tradition.
Very much so.
Okay.
Very much so. But at the same time, there is something amongst themselves that they also try to keep more or less in the tradition.
Okay, brilliant. And then I think one final thing. I think I already know what the answer is going to be, but for the future of flamenco, then, do you think? At Tablao de Carmen, it's going to stay.
I do hope so.
You hope so, yeah.
As much as my daughter, who loves it. She adores this thing. It's going to be on. I do hope we'll be able to keep it as it is.
Yes.
Exactly as it is.
Excellent. We hope so too.
And I hope that she won't change anything.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. We'll see you soon.
Okay.